And we are live.
And hello, and we are live now. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Nashley. Welcome, Anita. And welcome, a very warm welcome to our audiences for anybody that's joined from whichever part of the globe you are. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Marshall, and I am from Brisbane, Australia. I am a dad to two little kids and a husband. My wife is also a business partner, and she is a registered nurse. And today I am warmly joined by two of my other business partners from different parts of the globe. One is Nashley from Perth, Australia, and I've got Anita Kimani from Georgia, USA. Well, welcome everybody, and today's topic of discussion is about why we decided to join this online digital business. And we will share our journeys and our experiences. So stay tuned and hear as we speak. So for me, Marshall from Brisbane, Australia, I've got a young family and I joined this business not long ago. It's been 10 months now that I have joined. Now, my biggest why was that I was struggling in my current career. I have come from a human resources uh, background where I have worked in corporate and government organizations for the last 15 years or so. I've had a rewarding career. I have enjoyed what I do. Don't get me wrong, but one of the things that uh, got me really stuck was basically no matter how much I did, how much I worked, how hard I did, the how many hours I put into my work, I was just feeling like I was getting nowhere in my job or in my career, and that was a constant struggle. And as much as I enjoyed it, I just felt that there was a struggle. There was a constant saturation in whatever I did. Every time I felt like I was going forward, but I was going two steps behind, and it was just causing a lot of stress and frustration for me in my day to day. And what happened is that with that frustration, I brought it back to my family back home, and as a result, I was not able to really focus and spend the quality time that my kids needed. And they are little and they are growing, and that had an impact on them, impact on my mental well-being, and also my relationship with my wife and my family. And for a long time, I said, I just kept doing what I was doing, but it got to a point when I started missing on precious occasions, precious moments with my family because of my work, because of my career. It got to a point where I said something needs to change, and that's when I started to look at what was available. Now, I came across a lot of opportunities, to be honest with you, but what resonated with me was this online digital platform, this online digital business. And what caught my attention was that I could see normal people just like you and me doing the same business every single day, um, and had made a big change in their life, and had actually moved from their struggles to now being successful and enjoying and living a happy life. And that really caught my attention. What I also when I also, and obviously, it's an online platform, so you sometimes are, you're kind of nervous because it's online. So through my research, I also got to understand that this was a legitimate business, and that's what gave me the motivation to move forward. And my biggest why was the family, because I was not able to spend that kind of time now with them. Now, like I said, 10 months into this business, I see a huge shift in myself. I have grown personally, as an individual. I'm constantly learning every single day in this business. Not a day has gone by where I have not learned something. I don't have to spend a lot of time, and I do this business in the pockets of my time like many others do. But the change I see is that now I feel a bit more accomplished. I feel that I'm spending a fair bit of more time now with my family, and I'm also be able to manage my relationships with my kids, my partner, with everybody around. And I think that's the beauty, and that's what I've achieved so far in this business. Look, I haven't yet had the success, but I know it's just around the corner. And as I keep doing what I'm doing, I will see success. But yeah, so I'm really grateful for this business, and I am happy to have got this business. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Still learning, still growing every single day. I'm now going to pass it on to Anita Kimani from Georgia, US, and she will share her whys, her experience uh, having joined this business. Over to you, Anita. Take it away.
Sure. Thank you so much, Marshall, for a great introduction. So, hello everyone. I am Anita. I am originally from Pakistan, and I came to United States about 30 years ago. I have two children. They are grown up. They are in college. I have a loving husband, and I have aged parents and a brother who is mentally and physically disabled. So, um, the turning point in my life was when my parents and my brother was really sick. As being a nurse practitioner, I was working 12-hour shifts, very tired. When I come home, I'm exhausted, and I couldn't give quality time to my parents. So when my parents and my brother got sick, I had a really hard time. I felt really guilty. I couldn't go with them to their doctor's visit or be there at the bedside when they're sick. So that made me really, really guilty, very sad. And I thought in my mind that I need some change so that I can help my parents, give them quality time. So at that time, I was thinking about some flexibility, time freedom, and I started looking into online. Like doing something from online, and my what caught my attention was this digital business that has all the things that I was looking for: flexible, does not require exact timing. I can do this from the pockets of my time, doesn't have to be there for 8 hours or 10 hours together. And I can do that anywhere, like I am with my parents at their home or at the doctor's office. I can do that while waiting in the waiting room. So I really like this platform, this opportunity, and then I look into more detail about legitimacy as Marshall talked about. So I took a deep dive, and I liked the business, and I went ahead and I started this business. So, you know, from me being having the experience and learning about the demands of the life, I understand that this is the our lives are very up and down, and we need flexibility in our life. And this business can give you flexibility as well as control over your time, your finances. And that's why I joined the business. And I've been in this business for less than 3 years, but I'm doing great. Now I don't have to work overtime. I don't even have to work full time. I'm working part time and giving quality time to my family. I am very satisfied about my future, and I'm thinking about early retirement as well as traveling with my family. So, with all this good intentions and, um, trying to do my best to help others, you all can do that if you all want to help others as well as to have control over your time and flexibility. So, whoever is interested, they can connect any one of us, and you guys can go on our website. You can register on our website and watch a free webinar to get more details about our business. So that's basically is my story, my why, my the reason why I started my digital business. And nowadays, everybody is looking for more flexibility and time freedom to get more control over their time and their life. So this is a good opportunity. So take a deep dive in it and learn about our great business. And it is because of this big community I'm able to see Marshall and Nashley, and we are together. You know, we never knew each other because this is a global business, of course. So that's how we met in this big community that is very supportive. You get the whole training, mentorship, the whole system is given to you once you join this business. So take a deep dive. And I hope that my story resonated with you. So, anybody who is a nurse, professional, or a busy person who's looking for second stream of income, or like a plan B, this is a great opportunity. So think about it and take a deep dive in it. Okay, so now I'm going to give the stage to Nashley so she can give us her why.
Thank you so much, Anita. So, thank you everyone who's here watching live. Always gonna watch the replay. I'm Ashley, and I moved to originally from Zimbabwe, and I moved to Australia. I was quite young. I was 19 at the time, and I look back now, and time has gone so quick. And when I moved to Australia, like many immigrants, I straight away jumped into healthcare system. Everyone would say, "Oh, this is how the path goes." So I worked in the healthcare system for a while, doing double shifts, doing morning shifts, and all of it. This is before I had my children. Now, when my kids came into the picture, as time got gone past, I was instantly met with a lot of the idea of having to do school drop-offs, school daycare drop-offs, pickups, and it became quite a lot for me to try juggle with a husband that worked away in the mines at the time. He would do 2 weeks away at a time, and I was busy trying to juggle between getting my kids up as early as 5 in the morning so that I can drop them off for school before I have to rush off to work. And being a healthcare worker, I think people who understand what shift care work can do to you, you could do nights, you could do mornings, and all of it was really, really coming to a point of taking a toll on my body, just mentally and physically too, and just trying to juggle the idea of having to do everything for my two girls. Really was the starting point for me to think of, okay, now that I'm actually um, reaching my at the time, I'm like, now that I'm turning 30, what now? Is this what people have made to be the normal? And is this what everyone who I watch and, who come and go, I see them, people I met here when I moved to Australia initially, they quietly complain about things that were not right, or they wish for more, but everyone just keeps going. And I could barely live in my own house that we have 30-year mortgages that we're given, and all these questions coming into my mind to wonder, like, if this is all that life is meant to be. It brought me a light at the thought of, okay, I think something could be different, something surely could change, so that I'm able to be a present mom, or to not be as exhausted, and then if I come home I just crash, I pass out, I don't want to do nothing else with the kids. And that burnout took me straight to looking for options for what I could do, what was possible. Did it mean that I have to get another degree? Do I need to go to further studying with my nursing? And when I realized that I didn't want to commit to another degree and yet be dependent on the idea of working every hour of my day to bring in more extra income. So straight away, I started looking at options, tried a few different things, lost some money in some things, but again, I didn't lose hope or give up on the thought of I wanted more. I wanted more time for me. I wanted my husband home with me more than he was away. I wanted to be a parent who doesn't wake their kids and drag them out of the house. And their core memory is of me taking them at daycare that early in the morning because I had to hit the traffic and be at work by 7 in the morning. So I quickly figured that if things were to change and life to be the one I want to actually be enjoying and living, something had to change. And that's when opportunity arose on in the internet as I was scrolling one day, seeing a lady who was talking about how she's paid off her mortgage, and life has been so good to her that her business is actually working in her favor, and she doesn't have to work those extra shifts and double shifts that I was busy rolling around in. So because I was open to having a look at that chance of what this woman was talking about, I really thought she's just pulling my leg right now. But when I actually reached out to find out more about it, I quickly found out that it's a system that is much like one we're using now, where we are coming together with other people who are also looking to make money online, to also just supplement their income, to reduce those stressful hours at work, to move yourself from a bad job that you don't really want to be in. And that meant more the world to me because I was like, well, I'm that mom, but I didn't want to do it at the thought of chasing people, asking friends and family to start a business, and to say that I wanted to be a present mom, that I can work this business from anywhere around the world, and that's not necessarily at home only. I can be traveling and still doing this. I can go around and see the world without repeating the same past of working double shifts. My mom worked away when she was back in the day in Zimbabwe. She used to transport between Zimbabwe and South Africa. So I didn't want to repeat the same problems and expect my kids' future to be any different. I wanted them to experience a different future where they can choose where to work from. They don't have to work in a workplace that is toxic. They don't have to, settle for less. If you want to invent a future for yourself that is better than what you're currently experiencing, make the room for it. Grow. If it means starting something, starting new business, which is exactly how I started this online business. And I'm glad to say it's been working for me, for my kids. I get to be around more with my kids. I drop them off at a reasonable time now if I have still to work because I'm still working part time. And then reducing my hours straight down to what they are now has been one of the best packs for me because I couldn't do this before. On a weekend, I would have been busy chasing the hourly rate. I would have been busy chasing to say I want to work every public holiday and every Easter. But now I'm glad to say I don't have to do that. I'm now more present with my kids. My husband works 1 week rather than him working 2 weeks at a time. So it's given us that, that better version of a life that we are working towards and only hoping for more better things to come as time goes by. Is it something I'm building? I've only spent a year in my business and I'm already seeing great positive results. So that's a bit about my story. And I hope, anyone who's watching us can also, understand, I guess, where we come from, because behind every story, behind every person, there's always a story. We each have things that we go through, we experience, we see, and it's enough for anyone who wants to, I guess, look at to at least jump in and see what it's like for them, if it will even work for them, and you take it from there. So we would like to thank everyone who's managed to come in, tune in, and join us for today's live and watching the replay. And if any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us on here, and we will be with you if you have any questions. I can see May. Thank you, May. Hi, how are you? And we will join you again next week with more details about the online business. Thank you, guys. Anyone else with anything to closing before we end?
I think you've all beautifully just captured everything today. So I hope this puts in some sort of a thought uh, to our audiences, for anyone there that's actually looking for an opportunity. Yeah, feel free to reach out to one of us, either one of us, and yeah, we can go from there.
Amazing. Thanks, Marshall. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.